We're good? All right. Chair Gary Delvaux.
Here.
Vice Chair Matt Schuler.
Here.
Alderperson Barbara Dorff.
Here.
Jim Boomer has to be excused. Deputy Dean.
Here.
Kathy Hinkefus.
Here.
And Melanie Parma has to be excused.
Very good. I took a motion to approve the agenda.
Move to approve. Second.
Barb and Debbie, all those in favor, saying aye.
Aye.
Agenda approved. Approval of minutes from two times, actually January 8th and February 15th.
Move to approve.
Barb?
Second.
Alderberg and Kathy. All in favor, saying aye.
Aye.
The minutes are been approved. Okay, regular business. First thing on the agenda, consideration of possible action on awarding the 2018 Fair Housing Service Request for Proposals, RFP, and the amount of $20,000. Please grab that.
Okay. We sent out the RFP for the Fair Housing Services for the funding with the block grant for 2018. We received one proposal back from Metropolitan Milwaukee Fair Housing Council, who has been doing this service for the city for the last, I don't know how many years, several years.
With no complaints.
With no complaints, yes. They do a very good job, and we are happy with them, and I recommend that we continue the service with them for 1 year for $20,000.
Okay, any questions? Any comments? I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we award the 2018 Fair Housing Services funding in the amount of $20,000.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Kathy, second by Matt. This one, sorry. Yours up?
Yeah. Mine registered.
Mine didn't come up yet.
Like a game show kind. First person who responds gets money.
Mine didn't pop.
Why?
No, it went away.
It didn't even look like it's on.
Yes, it is.
It was just on a second ago.
Yeah. I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in now.
Yeah, I didn't come in.
Didn't you do a voice vote? Can you put it in order?
Do you see me in there? No, I know. It didn't round up. You can vote.
Okay, so passed unanimously.
Thank you. Number 2, consideration of possible action on awarding the 2018 home down payment / closing cost assistance request proposal in the amount of $100,000.
As part of our 2018 home funding, we put a line item in there for about $100,000 worth of down payment closing cost assistance. We put out the RFP to have somebody come in and do this service for us. We received one proposal back from Neighbor Extreme Bay. They have done it in the past, and we are happy and have been very successful with the program. They are proposing to do 20 loans at $5,000 apiece for new home buyers in the city of Green Bay.
That's great. I will make a motion to approve that.
Motion by Alderberg,
Second.
and second by Debbie. Any questions or comments? If not, we still vote on that as well. You didn't know it, did you? You didn't know it. That's what I
You
did.
did log in.
That's what I did when it came up.
See, it says lead meeting.
I was going to say.
If we log you out. Can you? Yes. So passed unanimously.
Very good, thanks.
Chair?
Yes, please.
I know the mayor has to be at another meeting, but I'm going to be part of the discussions for number 9 and 10. We've asked, I don't know, I guess respectfully, like if somebody wants to
Change the
move to
agenda.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll move to amend the agenda and move this item, which,
9 to 10,
9
and
to
I'll
10.
ask our attorney, I know both of them involve closed session language in
Right.
terms of negotiations. I don't know if we're allowed, if we can take it both up at once.
Okay, so I'd like to move to amend the agenda to move items 9 and 10 to right now, after this, finish this item, and
Um,
see where this
I'll
goes.
second.
Okay, motion by Alder Dorf, second by Kathy, to revise the agenda, move 9 and 10 up. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So we're actually done with 1 and 2. We're gonna, 1 and 2. So we're gonna go to 9. Okay, 9.
Do you need us in closed session right away?
So, yeah, I think both of these involve some discussion about what, both of these projects, one is dealing with the request for proposals for the Adams Street parking lot. You know, on their RDA basically had said to staff, all right, go figure out what's the future of the Bay Lake Bank building. We've been doing some due diligence, and I think we have some information to report. We'd like some direction from RDA in terms of negotiating a strategy forward with that. The second piece, the consideration possible action purchase real property on Quincy Street, that's the Associated Bank parking lot piece. Again, we've got recommendation from RDA, approval from the city to move forward with the acquisition of that property. We're having negotiations in terms of that purchase and sale agreement. Wanted to provide an update of where we are in that process as well. Because both of those involve negotiations and acquisition and investment of money, I think it would be appropriate to discuss those in closed session before making any recommendations.
I will make a motion that we go into closed session. Do I read the language now?
Yes.
Make a motion to
Motion
go
is
into a
second.
session for both items.
Both items 9 and 10.
And then you read them.
And now I will read it.
We need a second before she reads it?
Do we do second? Okay.
Yeah, second, please. Kathy, second, please. Okay.
All right. The authority may convene in closed session pursuant to sections 19.85, paren 1E, Wisconsin statutes for purposes of deliberating or negotiating the sale of public properties, investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business as necessary for competitive or bargaining reasons. The authority may thereafter reconvene in open session pursuant to section 19.85, paren 2 Wisconsin statutes to report the results of the closed session and consider the balance of the agenda.
All right, so we need a
Roll call.
roll call vote on
Roll
that.
call.
So Gary Delvin,
Yes.
Matt Schuler,
Yes.
Kathy Hupkis.
Yes.
Alderperson Barbara Dorf.
Yes.
Debbie Dees. Yes. Okay. So we pause.
We are closed.
Is
All right, it's
We just spent
recording.
money.
It's recording, we're back.
Okay.
All right, so going back into open session, Gary Delvin.
Yes.
Matt Schuler.
Yes.
Alderperson Barbara Dorf.
Yes.
Debbie Dees. Kathy Hupkis.
Yes.
Okay, we're back in open session.
You guys should confirm that.
Okay, I'd like to,
Oh, wait a second. In closed session, we have discussions about items number 9 and 10. We're ready to make motions in regard to items 9 and 10. Alder Dorf.
I'd like to make a motion on item number 9, that staff proceed as directed regarding the property located on the cinder block of North Adams and surrounding properties.
Okay, is there a second to that?
Deb.
Okay, Debbie second that? For some reason, I lost that screen.
Just touch the chrome at the bottom, the little circle at the bottom.
No, I don't
Sometimes the
have
screen
this
goes
one.
away. You don't.
That one's over here. Oh, right, okay,
Yeah,
got it. We got her, number 9.
Okay.
Passed unanimously.
Okay. And then we also have discussions on number 10, I'll entertain a motion.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to proceed, for the team, or the staff to proceed as directed regarding the property at 227 North Quincy Street, 221 North Quincy Street, 624 to 626 Pine Street, 618 Pine Street, 616 Pine Street, and 605 Cherry Street.
Is there a motion?
I will second that.
And Matt seconds that. Any other discussion or comments? If not, we'll vote.
Passed unanimously.
Very good, thank you. Thank you very much for everybody's input. Back to item number 3. Consideration of possible action to approve a request for proposal for the purchase and redevelopment of 436 South Monroe Avenue, tax parcel 13-169. All right, who's got this one?
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Yes.
How are you
So,
doing?
this is,
Well, we're on number 3. Do we?
Yep, this is number 3.
Oh,
Yep.
that's it, 4.
It says
Sorry.
4 on
Okay.
there. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's number 4. I did updated the PowerPoint from the cancellation of
Okay, okay, so anyway, it's
I
really
the right one.
this is 4. I got it, I got
Right
it.
one.
I got
Sorry.
it. That's good.
So this is the corner of Chicago and Monroe. That parcel over there, off of Monroe, across the street from the gas station. So we are looking to put out a request for proposals for the purchase and redevelopment to mixed use or residential multifamily development on that site. So what was there previously was residential, like multi-family, like, yeah. Yeah.
Not nice properties.
So those were demolished, and right now it's just a grass lot. And it's about half an acre, and so we are putting this out, and it has our usual criteria about aligning with the strategy, and to have nice form, because this is part of our 2014 authenticity plan. It's right on the edge. So we want this to be a nice gateway on the Monroe corridor. So we are looking to have this out soon, and to bring this back to have the proposals by April 12th, and then propose that to bring it back to the May RDA meeting with a recommendation.
Okay, questions, comments?
To just provide some context, I think one of the things that we're looking to do is, right, continually go through our inventory of properties that we own. Ken's got Ken's list here. But, you know, internally, we've identified, I think, some of the major properties that maybe we've had for a while, or maybe we haven't had out the market for a while. And so I think there's opportunities to make a concentrated effort where things are going on and there's action, and the time was probably right for putting this out for proposal. So we think we had some internal discussion of what we'd like to see, and would like your blessing to move forward with put this out.
Anytime we get things back on the tax roll, it's a good thing.
I'd make the motion to, to approve issuing the RFP for that site.
Second.
Motion made by Matt, seconded by North. Any questions or comments? If not, we shall vote. All right. One more?
Passed unanimously.
Very good, thank you. Number 4. Consideration of possible action on the acquisition of 801 South Broadway, tax parcel 2-217 using neighborhood enhancement funds.
All right. So if we're going to be getting rid of a property, we need to get another one, right?
Yeah.
This is a highly visible property right when you come off of Mason Street here onto Broadway.
Yep.
Kind of a gateway into the new shipyard district. The owner approached the city with all the hype of the shipyard. He He was looking to move most of his operations. He uses this facility right now just as kind of a storage area. It was used as a recycling center for electronics over the last 10 years. He also was used previously before that as a service station. However, the pumps have been removed, and there was an environmental study done in 1999 for the removal of those tanks. However, we do need to do a phase 1 study before we can close on this property, just to kind of protect us from any liabilities of any other contaminants. And we have reallocated some of our brownfield assessment funding for that, so that extra cost won't be added on to our acquisition cost. We were able to negotiate a sale price of $90,000 for this property, and we can close on it as soon as we complete that phase 1 environmental study. So we are recommending the acquisition of this property.
Great. Questions or comments?
In your, the document, it says the staff has a signed offer to purchase?
Yeah, we have an offer to purchase on the property.
Okay, so City of Green Bay has,
Yeah, on behalf of the RDA, sorry.
so we will have one, we don't have one now.
We do have one.
Oh,
We make all our offers, because
And we make
can't
it-
buy property.
Contingent
It's all
upon-
contingent upon.
Correct.
Approval of the RDA.
Yes.
that's.
So yeah, we'll put the offer in.
Because I'm like,
Yeah.
Yep,
okay,
yeah, all of our offers are contingent on that, and then also the phase 1
Okay.
study, so.
I'm glad I got that clear.
Yeah, no problem.
And Ken, what would be kind of the longer-term view on what to do here?
Yep, well, it's a highly visible site, so I think there's a lot of opportunities here. You know, right next to Mason Street there, you have a new bar just went in there. There's another property right next to this that I think would be prime for some redevelopment as well. You know, looking at getting.
Potential of vacating the street next.
Correct. So that's the other option, that 3rd Street little nub that comes off there. There's really never any option of that street continuing through. So
Right.
that could be vacated and adjoined to this property. So, you know, almost doubling our property there. So, you know, short term, we're gonna assess the building, see if there's any kind of use for it now. If not, we were thinking maybe some gateway signage in the interim until maybe some other higher development comes in, so.
So this is adjacent to one of the properties we already.
It's close to the shipyard, it's not, so, that's Mason Street right there, right on the other side of the shipyard, so.
We own some things on 4th.
We do own on 4th, correct. The little, the Green Bay Bicycle Collective has their garage on our 4th Street property there.
From a development perspective, all the proper infrastructure is there, water, sewer, everything. Okay.
Yep, all there, ready to go.
Got it.
I'd like to move to approve that we move forward with the acquisition of the property on 801 South Broadway using neighborhood enhancement funds.
Motion by Alder, second by Matt. Any other questions or comments? Matt, so votes.
Passed unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 5, consideration of possible action on commercial facade improvement grant funds to Deanna Petrowski, I hope that's right, for enhancements to 1263 Main Street, tax parcel 8-301. Yes, please.
Yes, it's me. All right, so we have received another commercial facade grant application. This is for 1263 Main Street, the Main Street Commons building. Fiona Petrowski is the primary applicant. She's working along with Jim Brick, the property owner, and Betts, the salon owner. So this is a multi-tenant building, all commercial. It's in an old building. It's, I think, almost fully utilized right now. Is that right, Jeff? So it's a pretty important building for the district. So what they're recommending doing is installing 9 new ground floor window awnings, which you'd see there. Also doing some electrical work and some installation for some new exterior lighting. The total project cost is estimated to be about, well, just under $13,000. So our design and review committee scored the application based on that scoring and the available grant funds we have left for this year. We're recommending a grant award of $7,300, which would fund about 58% of the project. That's our recommendation. Jim Breck, the property owner, is here. If you have any questions for him, I'm happy to answer any questions you might have too.
I just have a question for you.
Yeah.
So is it typical that we just would give like about half of what it would cost to do it if we're funding
So
something?
the way that the program is written is we can give up to 75%
I see.
of the project cost. We would require at least a 25%.
Okay.
We don't usually give quite that much. It kind of depends on the impact of the project, how much funds we have available, those sorts of factors.
Okay, that's what I need to know.
Yep.
Thank you.
Very visible building,
Mhm.
and so I think it makes a lot of sense. Entertain a motion.
Move to approve,
I'll make a motion to approve.
or it could be,
That's okay, I'll second.
Second by Kathy. Questions or comments?
Looks nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
it's gonna look great. Yeah.
So, pretty improvement.
Passed unanimously.
Thank you. Number 6, consideration for possible action on a short sale for 227 South Buchanan Street, tax parcel 3-1063-2. Hello, good to see you.
Good to see you too. So we had a property owner take a loan through the Redevelopment Authority in 2015. During that process, the owner actually died, and the house was willed to her daughter, who was developmentally disabled, and her sister moved in with her family to take care of the house and the daughter. And they took care of the daughter, but not the house. Behind the taxes and in trouble financially, so the house was on the market, and it's in pretty rough shape.
It's a mess.
So their attorney contacted our office and had an offer of 62.5, which would cover just about 80 or 90% of our loan. So our recommendation is that we take the short sale, and the impact on us would be 2740.62 reduction in funds. The other option was to make an offer to purchase the property and tear this thing down, and we'd have a lot of money into it.
Yeah. And
And
these are home loans.
these are correct. So my recommendation is you take the short sale.
Because I think there's someone that wants to buy it and fix it up, right? That's the plan.
Yeah, we have a buyer.
You have a buyer willing to take it on.
Right?
Yeah. You know, I was looking at this. So I make a motion to approve the short sale of what?
I'll second that.
Motion by Deb, and second by Kathy.
37 something.
Any other questions or comments? No, so moved.
Thank you.
Where is Buchanan Street?
She was disabled.
Passed unanimously.
Thank you. Consideration of possible action on lawn care services contracts, RFQ 3096. Yeah.
All right, pretty straightforward on this one.
Stepping in.
So I worked with purchasing on putting out a request for quotes. We received 2 quotes back for lawn care service, which includes mowing, trimming, and trash removal on RDA properties. The lowest qualified bidder was Best Enterprises. We have worked with them before on demolition contracts, but this will be the first time we'll be working with them on a mowing contract. They narrowly beat out our previous vendor by basically like $130 per mowing. So it does add up over time, because we do mow weekly. So it seems like a small amount in the quoting of this, but if you take that over the whole summer, we're gonna be saving quite a bit of money here. will be, let's see here, the contract is going to be a 1-year contract with the possibility of 4 1-year extensions of that contract. So we are recommending awarding the lawn care service contract to Best Enterprises. And yeah, we had the other vendor here, but they had left, I guess, during our closed session, so.
Bottom line, you went through the right procedures, right?
Yes,
And
correct.
and this is the lowest bid?
Yep,
And
lowest responsible bidder.
Very similar work. I mean, bottom line. Okay.
Right.
So, with that in mind, I entertain a motion.
Did you factor in the 2% increase every year?
Yes. Yep.
All right, I move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Alder Earth, and second by Matt. To approve, any other questions or comments? So moved. Keep me busy, Lisa. All right.
9,
Okay, yes.
it's relation of one of the companies, so.
So fast.
All right.
Thank you.
Number 8, consideration possible action on the award of the 2018 CDBG funding for RFP number 3122, playground equipment at East River Bend Beaver Park and Fort Howard Park.
Part of the 2018 CDBG funding annual action plan, the Parks Department proposed to purchase playground equipment for these 2 parks. And they have gone out for RFP on it, and the RFPs have come back, and they would now like to award these contracts.
Where's that? Where's the,
Ben Beaver?
Okay.
West side.
oh, it's west side.
Oh,
Van Beaver's on east, it's on east side.
Oh, it's Beaver Dam Park, sorry.
oh,
I was again, because it's East River.
I think it's in Starlight. That's what I
Oh,
right on the river.
it's right in the river.
There is here from the Parks Department.
Oh,
We have any
sure.
questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, yeah, I can answer any questions. We're just replacing old equipment, basically. We got 3 responses, or 3 vendors to respond. One of the vendors submitted 2 options, which was, any of the vendors could have done that, but Northland Rec was the only one to do that. And we do the scoring basically based on, I don't know if you have it in your hand, it looks like you do.
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
that left-hand column kind of breaks down the percentages of, play value and that sort of stuff. And so we have a team of people who look through that sort of thing. It's people from the rec department, myself, and someone who does the maintenance on the equipment, and choose what we think is best. So,
It's beautiful.
okay.
Questions or comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion
I'll make a motion
There you
to
go.
approve the purchase
Okay.
of the playground equipment.
There's a second.
A second.
Okay, motion made by Kathy, second by Matt. Any other questions or comments? If not, we shall vote. And, thank you. And of course, we did 9 and 10. That brings us to informational. I had a couple of questions on the check register, which you answered. So that's great. Director's report. Gavin, I'm busy. I got it.
So you may have heard a little hotel up the street opened today. So, round of applause for us. So I think you've all been through and checked it out. So yeah, I thank you guys for your support through all the fits and starts of that. I think it's really a great accomplishment, for downtown, for the city as a whole, and really for the region. A great asset that nobody else has. So thanks for sticking to it. And yeah, it's a
Thank
gem.
you and the mayor
It's gonna be great.
and staff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's a great addition.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
So yeah, we've been busy with some other things. Talked today at the state of on Broadway, provide a little update on the shipyard project. Right now, we're really in the weeds as far as all like the technical details. I've learned a lot about soils and compaction, and floodplains and everything, but that's why I got a consultant to do this. So we've been working with Stantec, and Stantec's been working with us, and also Breakthrough. So we've been having some meetings, really kind of discussing the first phase of bringing in the fill to do remediation and then bring us out of the floodplain. It's been parallel with some discussion about the infrastructure. We talked about Hart Street, Pearl Street, Bridge Street, and the timetable for those, the railroad crossings, and then we've also been working on the concept plan or actual design plan for the shipyard piece itself. I think we had a really successful open house and survey and over winter, and we've been working with Stantec to kind of refine those details into the final, I guess, plan that we'll bring forth through the RDA for approvals for our side of it. But I think it's really good that we've got the same consultant working with us and Breakthrough that's going to tie the site really nicely all together.
Yes.
So I think that continues to go on. I think the mayor mentioned right down the street from that, we have a meeting on coal piles tomorrow. Kind of continuing that discussion of, we talked about windows of opportunity. I think pieces are falling into place that, again, we start to work on development of that west side and then further extend Broadway. It's a great opportunity for some additional development in that area. I saw you today, Whitney School broke ground today, broke a wall. I don't know, what did they do? I didn't see an actual sledgehammer, but they're starting work on the apartment building.
They couldn't get through the ice.
Right, yeah. So starting that renovation, which is really exciting, and then they'll break ground on their townhomes this spring. But they anticipate both of those to be open by the end of the year. So if you haven't been by, Garrett Bader's townhomes, phase 4, those are up out of the ground. You can see those. Whitney's underway. You'll see 91 Main. So there's just a lot of transformation around Whitney Park right now, which is really
The beautiful amenity is Whitney Park itself.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Yep, fantastic. And thanks to
And it's
Jeff
got a
and his
dog
team for all the
park.
programming and things that they've been doing over there.
Yes, that's right, it does have a
Yeah,
dog park.
makes it a really great asset. So I think, anything else? I think I'm working on,
Lovely stuff.
What
Lovely
is
yeah.
the fryer?
Oh, Fryer House, they are finishing, I think they're just finishing up some of their financing pieces. But they should probably be able to break ground once we thaw out, and get moving on that this
When is
spring.
that? Thawing out.
Thawing out.
Yeah.
It was funny because we jinxed ourselves. If you got in the ground really in December,
Yes.
there's only like an inch of frost.
Right.
But basically since the new year, it's gone from an inch to a few feet.
Yes. And the old Larson building seems to be getting pretty full of, there's lots of activity over there.
Yeah, over the rail yard.
Right, yes.
Yep, so they're almost finished construction of the next warehouse Southwest building are, and working on leasing after that. Townhomes are up out of the ground, and then we just got a plan, they acquired some additional property from the railroad, so we can move forward with the infrastructure, putting in Kellogg Street, Bond Street, down Driver Way, and that work will start later this spring.
Wow.
And then same thing with Broadway losses, I think we look at the housing authorities just to firm up their
They're
housing
looking to close
piece.
in April.
Oh, wow.
And then they'll get started shortly after that to be open next year.
A lot of neat dynamic projects. Unbelievable.
Finally, that whole end of going.
Questions or comments for staff?
It's amazing what happens.
Well done, lots of stuff.
Oh, my gosh.
Lots of really good stuff.
Thank
Yeah.
Thank God we have Kevin. To keep us all together.
Good team, no, good team, good team.
All right. Entertained motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Matt and Kathy, all those here, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.